Hi there, Tyler Douthit coming at you live Thursday morning here today. I'm going to do a live Periscope / Twitter broadcast, a full Q&A. I'll be doing my own talking, but please jump in anytime with any kind of questions until I get those. Hey, they're coming in Anthony Hall. Until I get the questions, I'll talk about my own stuff, but please interject anytime with any kind of questions. I'll be happy to answer. And question topics including personal finance, selling on eBay, selling on Amazon, e-commerce, my thoughts and predictions on industries or the future. Hey there, Adan coming in, or Adan. How much money can a top 2 Amazon person make? Good question. It depends a lot. Those are based off seller statistics on both seller volume and profit margins. And of course, sellers sometimes exaggerate their margins for whatever reasons. But a top 2% Amazon seller can make anywhere probably between 50 to 100K profit a month. Substantial. 50 to 100K profit a month. Top 2% Amazon seller. It's good to be in that business if you have the right products, the right pricing. So it's a lot. It can be really good. It's a lot more than most people make, obviously. Yeah, damn is right. So, and that's what I am a top 2% Amazon seller. My income is not that high yet. Depends on the one. It fluctuates month to month. It's somewhat seasonal based on my product line, which is geared a lot towards schools. They buy a lot spring and fall, not as much in the summer. So it averages out to less than that. But it's pretty good. I can't lie. Do you do it as, no, that's my full-time job. I'm 100% full-time self-employed. I do about 85% of my business on Amazon. About 15% I sell directly from my own site, and I sell earbuds. I am the largest earbud seller in North America. Largest earbud seller in North America. I sell under the brand TFD Supplies, my initials, TFD Supplies. So if you do a Google search for TFD Supplies, an Amazon search for TFD Supplies, you'll find my earbuds there. And I sell that full time. Like I said, 85% to Amazon, about 15% of sales are directly to schools. And I'm slowly but surely siphoning off customers to sell to directly to cut Amazon out of it. How do you know the earphones are quality? The earbuds are quality. I have a several year track record with my supplier overseas that I work with, the factory. So it helps. And I know they know that if they start messing around too much with quality or something like that, I could go somewhere else. And so they know that if I send them some money and they send a bunch of crap, they might get away with it that one time. But they probably know bigger picture, they're going to make a lot more money if they can sell to me for 5 years consistently versus one order to take advantage of me. So that in itself helps establish quality control because they know that they're going to make more money long term that way, dollars and cents. How did I decide what to sell? For 11 years, I've been self-employed 2 years. 11 years before that, I was always looking for things to buy and sell on the side. At my old job, I got pretty good at sourcing things from overseas. I appreciate that. I don't know if it's true or not, but thank you anyway for the Zac Efron comment. So I was sourcing things for about 11 years at my old job. A lot of what I did, getting things from overseas at the right prices, the right products, and I would always buy or sell things on the side, unrelated to my old job. And then came across earbuds, and it was a lot of reactionary actions. I would react. They sold well, so I expanded. They sold better, I kept going. I got more colors, more inventory, more selection, Amazon Prime, my own site, marketing. So a lot of it's been reactionary. That particular product took off. I never set out to be the king of earbuds. I never did. It's just kind of where I ended up with because there was the opportunity there that was undeniable, and revenue is just kind of exploding along the way, and it's pretty fantastic. So it's just the way it goes. It never set out to be that, but it is what I am now. And I'm always looking for new things, growing the personal brand, probably about 40,000 followers across the different channels all across the internet, working into real estate flipping, lines of credit, starting a better podcast option, the TD Project, the weekly podcast with some people that I interact with. I think it'd be entertaining, insightful, sometimes funny talking. So doing that and constantly growing and pushing for more things, acquiring some royalties, some investing in intellectual properties, striking hard while times are good to set me up for life, essentially. 34 years old. So it'll be pretty exciting. Hey there, so thank you for the hearts there. Please, any further questions, please, anything personal finance, selling on eBay, selling on Amazon, thoughts on really just about anything. I'll answer any question that comes up. I got a few minutes here, another 10 or 15 minutes. My daughter's at her speech therapy. Got a 4-year-old little girl, 2-year-old little boy. She's getting her help with some speech stuff. So I have dead time here in between. Otherwise, I'd be working. But this is all part of what I do. Personal brand, try to provide value for people. Hope they might follow me or share content in return. If not, that's cool too. If I provide value, please consider liking, sharing, commenting. If I don't provide value, please don't. Please unfollow me and never talk to me or look at me again if I provide no value to you. So I'll answer any more questions, please, as a viewer's coming in. Any further questions, please. If you've ever thought about selling on Amazon, thought about selling on eBay, various, investments, stock market thoughts on politics, I'll answer pretty much anything. I do this as just open to myself, to my own thoughts and opinions. If I'm going to have any success, personal brand, long term, I'm going to have to be able to be myself. So please, any further questions? If not, I'll keep talking about my own stuff. Let's see, what's on my mind these days? Audio, Gary Vaynerchuk, where I've made lots of money based on his insights, so I can only push his insights further going forward. If you don't follow Gary Vaynerchuk or Gary V, I would suggest doing it on every platform. But he's a big push into audio, and I'm inclined to agree because people value time so much. That's why when I do videos, I strip out audio. And I also am pushing a new podcast because people value time, and you can do something else while you do audio. You can listen to audio while you're working. I listen to podcasts while I work. It only makes sense to also be in that same game of the podcasting. What's the entry to sell on Amazon? There's a question there. The entry to sell on Amazon depends a whole lot on what it is you want to sell and how you want to sell it. Things sell better on Amazon Prime. 100% guaranteed they sell better. Now, there is an inherent cost to that. 15 to 20% of your sales price is going to evaporate to Amazon for the benefit of selling on Amazon Prime. And that's a good way. I sell every product really on Amazon Prime, and it's a lot of money that goes to Amazon, but it's also a lot of money that goes to me, and the increased sales are by far worth it in my particular situation with the earbuds. So it's like a professional seller's account, which I would recommend, $39 a month for a professional seller's account. If you plan on doing seller fulfilled shipping yourself, I'd get a Stamps.com account that's like $16 a month. So let's see, 40 and 16, you're looking at about $60 a month. $60 a month, you can become a professional seller on Amazon, be able to add new products and sell really whatever you want and ship it yourself. Now, finding the products, that's by far the hardest thing to do. I would check dhgate.com, like dhgate.com. I would check aliexpress.com. I don't use those anymore because I've kind of cut out middlemen and gone straight to factories. But when I did, those are the exact ones I used, and I used them because they had good buyer protection. It's like a somewhat of an escrow service. You would pay money to the middleman, to them, and then the suppliers ship their products to you. And then once you're happy with it, then you release the funds. So it's not perfect, and there still is risk associated with buying overseas whenever you do it. But it was better because it was somewhat of an escrow service. So I would suggest doing that. They got lots of products there. People in China are very eager to sell to Americans, to sell online. So there's a lot of products there. That's where I would start. And then $60 a month to get started as a professional seller on Amazon. Thank you for all these hearts coming in here. Especially thanks for that Zac Efron comment. He's one of my favorite young actors these days. I think he's got a long way to go up the scale. Probably my favorite older actor is The Rock, definitely. I quit my job because of The Rock. He did a show on Oprah's network a couple years ago, and he was talking about being true to yourself and following your dreams even if you don't know what's going to happen. Worked out well for him, and it's worked out well for me. So I owe a lot to The Rock, believe it or not, because he was I had thought about it for a long time, but he was the person that pushed me to take that jump. Not personally, but by seeing that show, and I did, and it's paid off tenfold since then. So it's been a really good time for me since that happened. So any further questions, please. I'm happy to answer any question, provide some kind of value. In the meantime, I'll do a little bit of self-plugging. If you like anything I have to say, this is on Twitter/Periscope right now. You can follow me on Snapchat, Tyler Douthit, the number 1 on Snapchat. Also, Tyler Douthit on SoundCloud for the podcast. I do a daily vlog across all the channels. called the TD Grind, about 130 episodes in. I do a series called Car Talk, just my thoughts on various topics, talking while in a car. And those goes across all the various channels. And those are what I do pretty much all the time. And I try to interact with people, provide some kind of value, help in different kinds of ways. Because I figure if I can help you, maybe, just maybe someday, I might ask for something in return. If I help you a lot, you might consider me as an investor or offer me something in the future or anything like that. Or if not, you might just follow me or tell me to a friend. Whatever the case may be. I said, this Tyler guy, he gives everything away for free. He told me where to go to buy on Amazon. He told me how much it costs to sell. I'll tell you all that stuff. If you just ask what it is you want to know, I'll tell you anything in my playbook to provide value. So please, if you have any questions about anything you think I can help, my thoughts on investing, industries, the stock market, I have a very diverse portfolio. I would suggest highly getting involved in intellectual property investments. Go to a place called Royalty Exchange. I would highly, those are really undervalued assets right now. And there is a high barrier to entry. They always go for at least like $20,000, $30,000 per investment. So it's substantial, and not everyone can achieve that. I know that. But if you are in that boat where that's plausible for you, I would suggest getting involved in royalty payments, buying and selling of those things, because they're extremely undervalued now and they're only going to go up in price as attention and more people get involved because they're auctioned. So the higher demand, the higher price. And the higher the attention gets, the higher that price is going to get driven up as people realize what a value they are right now. So that's royaltyexchange.com. I'd get involved in that if I were you. I am. Hey there, James. Chi-Town, I'm guessing Chicago. Somebody on my team at work is a big Cubs fan. There's been a Cards-Cubs series here in St. Louis. The last couple, we went to the game on Monday night. The Cubs won that game, but I think the Cards won a night or two ago. I think 2 nights ago with a bunch of homers. I'm guessing that's Chi-Town. Chicago, nice city. For my home state of Illinois, but I'm much closer to St. Louis in the southwestern part of Illinois. So please, I'd love to answer some more questions. Come on, last time people came up with weird random stuff. They asked about Trump, my thoughts on politics and Trump. They asked about my thoughts on ecosystems and animals coming into different areas of the world. And today I got probably the nicest comment I've seen in a while about looking like Zac Efron. I don't see how in any world this looks anything like Zac Efron. But I guess someone did, or you're just pulling my chain to make fun of me and you're just sitting at your computer, your phone, laughing away right now. Also, a good joke on me, if that's the case. Please, any further questions? I got a few minutes here. Let's see what time it is. I got, let's see here. Checking my Fitbit here. Yeah, I got about maybe five to 7 more minutes, so I got time for a few more questions. Please consider asking a question. Of course, you can always tweet, Facebook message me, follow me on Snapchat, ask me a question there. Any of my social media profiles, I will answer any question at any time personally. So please consider asking a question now and get it live, or follow me in any way. I'll answer every single comment personally myself on my YouTube channel, anything like that. So please, and this like this, the audio will be stripped out and I'll put it on the podcast later on today. But this video is probably not going to be anywhere but Twitter. My Twitter following has been growing much faster lately, so I've been focusing on that. Well, again, reactionary is how I operate a lot of times. Do you sell on Shopify? Yes and no. My e-commerce site is based on PrestaShop, which has been working just fine for me, so I'm very happy and content with that. I guess the 2 different models they have, because they give you the software for free, and then they sell the modules, which I have bought a few modules to make my life easier and faster and more efficient over the last couple of years. My wife's website, Karen Douthit Artwork, which is at KarenDouthit.com. She's a fantastic artist. Check it out, KarenDouthit.com. Her site is based on Shopify, and I kind of handle that as well. Of course, she doesn't have the same kind of updates and activity on there that I do, because artwork doesn't sell in the same way from a local artist. But she's a fantastic artist. Check it out, Karen Douthit, Karyn. It's unique spelling, Karyn, Douthit.com. Same last name. Fantastic artist. But that site's based on Shopify. My site, TFD Supplies, is on the PrestaShop administration type thing, e-commerce thing. But Shopify is good. You got to pay a monthly fee, which is initially why I didn't go with it, because I didn't want to get caught in a monthly fee for unknown thing. Because when I got really revved in this a few years ago, the thought of spending $30-40 a month every month sounded crazy to me when I wasn't sure what's going to happen. Now I don't even notice it. That's how it goes. As business expands, your priorities shift. and dollars have different take on you. Now I'd be more interested in saving $30 a day versus $30 a month. Just the way it goes. So please, I got about time for maybe one or two more questions. Please, now's a good time. Any questions at all, I will answer. If you want to hear my thoughts on anything, I'll be happy to answer. If not, I can just talk about my own stuff. Again, a top for anybody that hasn't seen the beginning. I'm a top 2% Amazon seller. I am the largest earbud seller in North America. Now, I should quantify that as an independent earbud seller. Someone like Samsung or Apple that ships earbuds with phones is of course higher, because I'm not Samsung or Apple. I never will be, don't want to be. But for anyone buying earbuds on the side, and I specialize in the bulk market, people that might need hundreds or thousands of earbuds at a time, which is not the individual person. It's things like schools, libraries, museums, tour bus companies, things like that. Someone that might need 1,000 earbuds for their purposes, or 1,000 earbuds a week, I'm the one they come to, because it's 55 cents each, 12 color options that match any kind of color or branding. So it's a big thing. Yeah, 55 cents each if you buy 100 packs, so $55 for 100 earbuds delivered. Your choice of 12 colors. That's where really where I stand out, and that's where that's going. So please, any further questions, anything at all, please ask anything. Open book. If not, I'll just keep on talking my own thing here. Hey there, Leandra, love Durude. Any further questions? I got time for me one more question. Please feel free to chime in, because I got to go in a couple minutes here. So please, any questions? If not, I'll have to start wrapping this up. I appreciate everybody that follows me. Like I said, about 40,000 followers across the various social media channels right now. Twitter is my biggest, has really been growing a lot faster. That's why I've been pushing Periscope and Twitter, because my audience is growing faster. I think even though they're not I think they've lost a lot of ground in the attention world of social networks. They have communication much more figured out with the way tagging and public and all these things works on stuff. So I've grown a lot faster on Twitter the last couple of months than I have on the other networks. Who knows why? But that's what's been going on. But about 40,000 followers across the different channels. So please, anyone that follows me on any channel, thank you for following. I have a daily vlog, the TD Grind, across all the channels. If you want to see it as it happens, if you want to see the grind as it happens, I post my updates throughout the day, start about 5 a.m. in the mornings. You can follow me on Instagram at Tyler Douthit, same handle as Twitter, Periscope, or on Snapchat at Tyler Douthit, same spelling, the number 1 at the end, Tyler Douthit, the number 1 on Snapchat. I post on both those as the day goes on, as part of my grind and how my life and the business evolves as it goes. But please consider following anything. If you want to, please always send me an email, tyler@tylerdouthit.com. Any comments on anything I do, comment. If you mention me on Twitter, I'll respond to everyone personally. So please consider asking a question. I will be happy to answer. Personally, it's not some staff, it's not someone else answering on my behalf. I will personally, with my 2 fingers or my computer on a keyboard, answer every single question or comment you ever send to me, how long is feasible. Now, if I get to 1 million followers someday, it's not feasible to answer everyone. That's how life goes. But until that point comes, I will do my best to answer every single one personally every time. And I appreciate every person that follows. I know you have choices who to follow. I will attempt every day to provide value in some way. If you can look at what I do, how my life has evolved, and get something useful out of that, that would just make me really, really happy to provide some kind of value or use to you in your daily life. If not, please unfollow me and find someone that does. I don't want people wasting their time on something, because time is too valuable in this world to waste it on someone that doesn't give you something in return. So on that note, I got a call to wraps. Thank you everyone for watching. The audio will be on this later today on SoundCloud and iTunes on the Tyler Douthit channel. Tyler Douthit, TYLERDOUTHITT, same spelling as this, on SoundCloud and on iTunes later on today. And thank you very much for following. It was my pleasure there, Aiden or Adan2144. Thank you everyone for watching today, and have a fantastic day today.